Today we're back at Stone Brewery in Escondido. It's actually the place we hosted our very first shows for Modern Media Network. We're telling stories that matter and introducing you to some of San Diego's finest people. So put your party pants on and let's have some fun. I'm Claire McKee. Welcome to The Know. My next guest is my good friend, Mr. Brad Brittain with North American Title. Brad, come on over.
Hey, Claire.
Oh, what up?
It's good to see you here.
Big B in the building. How are you?
Good.
Good. Thanks for joining
Absolutely.
us a little early today.
Yes, you're welcome.
Oh my gosh, so first of all,
Yes.
a little rite of passage when you
Okay.
come on the show. I ask all my guests to share a fun fact about themselves. And you've never been on Modern Media Network
No.
yet, so what's a fun fact about you?
Oh man, I like to tell people I lost to the state championship in high school heavyweight wrestling senior year. So I was the first loser.
I was gonna say, you lost, which
Lost.
means you came in second place,
Third
yes?
place. I lost in the
Third place.
semifinals to the state champ.
Okay, that's amazing though.
Yeah, I was lucky to get there.
Do you wrestle anymore? Is that something that adults do?
Yeah, Moose Mountain I wrestle sometimes for fun. We'll take it outside. Yeah.
I would pay good money to see that, Brad.
Sometimes he doesn't choose to, and I'll spring it on him, but it's a good time.
I'm gonna have to talk to him about that
Yeah.
for sure. Maybe we'll just get a little Jello and you guys can just brawl, you know?
Sounds good.
So Brad, obviously you're a title rep, North
Yes.
American Title, but let's start out right there. Just what's North American Title all about? What kind of differentiates you guys in the marketplace?
North American Title is a mid-sized title company. We're not a big box company.
Okay.
And so we're uniquely positioned in the market here in San Diego County especially to move quick on important files. We do standard files just like any other title company. And with all due respect to all title companies, but when it comes down to unique underwriting decisions or maybe taking a little bit more risk or doing something outside of the box that doesn't fit in the cookie cutter of title, and for people in the business, they know what that means, then we can get right to underwriting and we can take a real look at it and we'll approve it if it makes sense to us.
Okay.
Whereas sometimes in the big box stores, they have I guess I've said cookie cutter already, but they'll have a formula, and if it's outside the formula, it's pretty tough to get somebody with stockholders on Wall Street to say, hey, let's take this risk on a local level. They just don't really do that normally, or to get behind a particular customer that they believe in. It's tough to do at a big
So it
company.
sounds like you have that boutique feel almost,
do.
where you're working directly with the clients and doing what's best to ultimately get that job done. for
Right,
them.
yes. But we also have big national presence, and we do well. And we do really well in new construction, so I think some of the best in the business.
So it's like the best of both worlds, right?
Yeah.
You have that large company backing, but that small town
That's right.
feel, you know?
When it comes to new construction, we probably do. That's probably where we would stand out against the bigger companies.
And in what way? For people who aren't super familiar with title, what does that mean?
Well, like let's say you just buy a piece of land and you're going to develop it. There's certain steps you need to take. Some with the county or city, municipalities, zoning. Some of it with the title company. Some reports need to come up front. Then when you're getting the loan for that, there's steps in that. So anytime you're lending on construction, you'll lend at the start, you'll lend at certain checkpoints, and then there's an aspect of fund control that you need to work with, and it can get very complicated, and so you need to be able to move quick.
That's kind of your bread and butter.
Yeah, we do get it. We're
I
quite
love
well
that.
at it.
I love that. Okay, so
It's easy for us.
let's just say all things created equal in title. Real estate is such a relationship-driven business, right?
Yeah.
And you're actually born and raised in San Diego?
No, not born, raised here, moved here. I was 10 years old.
Okay,
March
that
93.
counts.
That's right.
March of 93,
March
you've been in
93.
San Diego.
That's right.
What parts of San Diego do you
North
live
County
in?
mainly, but
Okay.
I know the entire city, like I guess you'd say, like the back of my hand. I've been title repping. Started title repping, let me see, almost 14 years ago, I think. I was 2006.
Wow.
And so a lot of the guys I do business with maybe even went to, actually some people, folks, I went to Carmel Delmore. I know I have a client or two out of there. Torrey Pines High School, a few out of there.
I love
and
it.
some of my friends from University of Arizona that made it back to the San Diego County marketplace.
I love
Bear
that.
down,
Yep.
do business with them. So a lot of relationships mainly.
That's right, and I just want to throw that out there. Roy was the segment before you. We got the
That's right, bear down.
bear down, is that what we
That's
say?
right, bear down. Yeah.
That's amazing. So San Diego, you've been able to build your title
Yeah.
rep business here for over the last 14 years.
Or
and
so, yeah.
I think everybody out there, relationships are everything, right? In any type
Yeah.
of business, especially sales. So what is something that stands out? Like, how have you been able to build your business and have the success that you have had so far?
Well, this is real. We're really talking here.
We're keeping it real. No BS.
Well, I would say that the biggest challenge in real estate in the world right now, people are interested with their image. They're very maybe even infatuated with their image. Image is everything.
Yeah.
I truly believe the best way to build your image is with just, and relationships as well, as small promises kept over time. That's it. That's the only way to do it, because you can show up with flash in a pan. I can do that. I'm tall. I can show up and make an impression. I can make a bunch of calls. I can go close somebody. I can. That's all temporary.
You've got the personality.
Yeah, sure. Right. But it's all temporary. And my best clients and what have become my business partners or strategic business partners are all people that I could believe would be telling me the truth, that it's the real them, someone I really know, on another level, and someone I can trust with the making a living for my family and my circle, because it's just me as far as repping goes. That's how repping is. And you have to trust who you're working with. It's really important.
Trust who you're working with, and what was it? Small
promises kept over time.
Small promises kept over time. I love that. That should be your catchphase, your tagline. Brad Brittain, small promises kept over time. I got a few. I love that. Okay. What else should we know? Maybe. What about this? What if somebody's trying to get into a sales position and they're like, what do I do? Where do I begin? Like you said, you're your own boss. I mean, it's just you to rely on yourself for everything.
Sales is if you want to if you're actually interested in sales, like my grandma would say, that's where the money is.
Yeah. Just like that?
Yeah, she would. Mimi. Bratty, that's where the money. She would if you want to get into sales and you're serious about it, for whatever reason, maybe you see someone else doing well, or it's a field that excites you, you have to decide that that's what you're going to do. Different than some professions, you maybe could go be an intern for a while. That's not for me. But when you're selling, if you don't go for it, it's kind of just, first off, you're not going to like yourself, because then you're like a quitter, because sales is that's how it is.
And you're not going to make any money.
Yeah, you're not going to make any money. Your company won't like you, and the worst part about it is we work for, you won't have any job security, really. Right. Successful salesmen always have job security, because at least in some sense, because this is how my company makes money. It's my job to help people stay employed in the other parts of the job. So
there's a huge amount of discipline that goes with that, because there's not a boss patting you on the back. Hey, did you make your calls? Hey, clock in at this time. Sit down here and then do this. It's not like that.
It's not like that. I'll tell you, I learned sales from my dad, Bruce, who would ask anyone for anything and get it, which is crazy. That's passes, awesome. Free breakfasts in Vegas, doesn't matter. Anything you could think of. But then, I did do a little bit of traveling door-to-door salesman stuff too, which was that'll get your teeth cut. Yeah. Knocking doors for a living. So
I did phone sales, my first job in San Diego ever. Brad, I will tell you, I learned more about myself in that 9 months that I just got rejected over and over and over again.
Probably good at it.
Oh my gosh.
You're probably good at it, but it's hard, right?
In person, I can connect with people. I really struggled on the phone. Really? It is not an easy thing to do. Yeah. So for people who are appointment setting, who are cold calling and getting that, I mean, I credit the world to you.
And you have to learn, there's a couple things. You got to learn, it's not personal. People are busy.
Oh, absolutely.
I learned that, I'll say,
that's a good life lesson too. It's not personal, right?
It's not.
Yeah.
When I was in door-to-door, I learned that. That's one of the number one lessons you'll learn. It's not personal. They're busy, So I've sold alarms. When I was selling ADT, I've sold them in California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia.
Are you just naming off all 50 states right now?
That's where I've actually made sales.
That's incredible.
And you see one thing across the way is people feel bad telling you no when they're busy, and it's not their fault. If they don't want to do it, they'll say, hey, you're not interested. And that's but if they're busy and they actually kind of are interested, they'll feel bad, and then that's when you realize it's not personal. Hey, they got stuff going on. Yeah. It's Saturday morning. It's 9 a.m. I'm knocking on someone's door.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
It is what it is, but it's not personal.
It's not personal.
Brad, I want to know, what's your why? What gets you up in the morning? Why do you do what you do?
Oh man, I don't know. I used to want to make money and be a title rep, and but I was younger then when I thought about that. But right now, the last few years, I have a family. I have a young family. I have a beautiful wife at home. Her name's Sharon, and brand new baby Brianna, and the 2-year-old Brooklyn. My boy Zeke, he's 15. We just had to move him out to the garage, and I got a bathroom I need to finish, and I'm trying to give him private school and give
dad
him,
life. Yeah. The family man.
You have to, because these kids, right? They're going to be what you help them be. Or you can let them figure it out on their own.
And they're following your lead.
Yeah, I learned from my dad. I'm gonna teach them.
Yeah.
I would love for my kids to be title reps, no question about it.
All right, so we're grooming some young title reps coming up in the biz.
Someone
Stay
real
tuned.
estate, lender, doesn't matter. I don't care. Let's do it.
I love that. Well, we have all the connections here. Brad, it's been such a pleasure getting to know you a little bit better. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll
Thanks.
see you really soon.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, so you know we couldn't let our friends slide out of here without torturing them just a little bit. So we're back at Stone and we're gonna play our favorite game ever. Really, it's just my favorite game, and that is Truth or Dare Cornhole. So we're gonna bring out Brad, we're gonna bring out Roy, and we're gonna have some fun with them. All right, the guys are back. I'm here with Roy and Brad, and like I said, we're gonna play some Truth or Dare Cornhole. Are you ready for your instructions?
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you make it on the board, it's on the board, you have to answer a truth, okay? If you make it in the hole, you get to pick a truth or a dare for either one of you.
Oh my goodness.
If you miss the board entirely, you have to do a dare.
Whoa.
Okay?
What did I sign up for?
A lot of fun, obviously. So who wants to go first?
Roy's got it.
All right. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right,
Let's go.
age before beauty.
Yes. Yes.
No pressure.
All right, here we go.
On the board. All right. I would like to know, have you ever clapped when the plane landed?
Yes.
He's one of those.
What?
Wow.
He's one
Yes,
of
I
those.
do.
Are we
I
judging
do.
him like just a
I
little
do.
bit?
A little bit,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is me.
All right, Brad, you're next.
All right.
How feisty are you? What are you gonna do here? How about, would you post a selfie?
Oh yeah, I'll do it right
Okay, take a selfie while chucking deuces, and then you have to caption it. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
now. Done.
That seems like a normal daily routine for Brad.
Is this on the story or?
It's on the story, yeah.
Story, easy.
On the story.
All right, will you guys be in it with me?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it has to be you solo. You can
Get
tell
in
him
here.
later. We'll do a video after.
You got it.
But we need just you.
All right, here it is. Bam. Deuces. One more.
Oh, I'm in the back.
One more. All right. Deuces. Here it is.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Okay. I'll spell it out properly with a
Yes.
apostrophe. All right.
Let's get this proof on here too when you're finished. I would like to see. No LOL.
No LOLs?
No LOL.
I cheated.
Serious.
No LOL?
Period.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So hate the player, hate the game.
Ready? There it goes.
It's up. It's up. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right, guys. One more round.
One more round? All right.
One more
let's do
round.
this.
See how we do.
All right. Are we ready for this?
Roy's practice this schemes.
I have a lot of practice, yes. Oh, no.
That's there, my friend.
He
This,
doesn't wear socks.
this is your choice.
Okay.
You have to either do the chicken dance or the Macarena right now.
Oh my God, I don't even know.
Whatever one you know.
I'm trying to remember the Macarena. What is the chicken dance?
Yeah.
See it. I can't. Is
Yeah,
that it?
just
Is that it?
just more
Is it
dedicate
more?
yourself.
You want some more?
Yeah, yeah,
You want
yeah,
some more?
yeah.
I feel like
All
this
the way.
is terrible. Is that it? Is that good?
That's
Is
wonderful.
That'll do. That'll do. You're up.
All right.
You're up. Don't hire Roy at your parties. Oh, you guys. Okay. Send a text. Send a text to anyone in your contact list. I'm being nice here. Anyone
Okay.
you want, and just say, "I think I might fart."
Done.
Who are you gonna send it to?
My dad.
Your dad. Perfect. It's a good thing you brought your phone today, Brad.
Done.
That's it. I think, here, please zoom in on that.
That's terrible. He's gonna laugh. He's gonna say, "What do you mean, son? Do you need to use the restroom?" Brad,
Makes
are
me
you
sick.
feeling okay,
Yeah.
Brad?
And that's all we have today for Truth or Dare Cornhole at the Amazing Stone Brewery. There's really no point to this. We're just having fun. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Claire McKee, and this has been The Know.